Take the quality of Venue home with you with our hand-cut steaks, handcrafted burgers, and locally sourced offerings. Browse our wide selection of specialty products designed to enhance your dining experiences with cheeses, spices, sauces, and more. We also have an exclusive collection of liquors, whiskeys, and bourbons at prices you're sure to love. Stop in to the Butchery by Venue today, located in our Venue at Home storefront at 70th and Pioneers, just 2 doors down from Venue Restaurant and Lounge.
H&H Roofing, established in 2015, is proud to serve the local area, which includes the tri-state area in Nebraska, Iowa, and South Dakota. H&H Roofing has a professional team that are licensed and bonded, GAF Master Certified Installers, and an insurance-preferred contractor that will work directly with your insurance company. Also a leading roofer, siding, and gutter specialist. H&H Roofing will service all residential, commercial, and agricultural needs. Go to HandHroofs.com for more information or call 402-359-2546.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric is the call I make when I have a need for plumbing services. Whether it's for my home or office, if I need a repair to a water heater, softener, or even my garbage disposal, I know I can count on Action to help. In one simple call, their amazing customer service team promptly schedules a service call, often getting to my needs within a day. Action delivers honest, quality services we can count on. To learn more, visit actionlincoln.com.
If you have concerns about your drinking water, just call Bryant. If your water doesn't look right, smell right, or taste right, Bryant can help. If your water has high levels of iron, Bryant can help. If you're tired of foggy dishes and dingy clothes, Bryant can help. Whatever your home water needs are, Bryant is here with a solution to fit your needs. Be sure about your water. Just call 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Junior Achievement of Lincoln inspires and prepares young people for success. Learn more about the people involved in the organization and the success stories over the years each Thursday from 7 to 8 p.m. for the Junior Achievement Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see areas of fog and partly sunny skies this morning. We'll see in the afternoon storm chances in forecast. We'll see a high around 86. Tonight, we'll see a chance of storms early and mostly cloudy skies, low around 66. And tomorrow, we'll see mostly sunny skies throughout most of the day. We'll see a high around 87. Meteorologist Kyle Tucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is 93.7 The Ticket.
Look at me, sure. Look at me, sure. I'm the captain now.
Three-time national champion Vershawn Jackson.
Touchdown. Vershawn Jackson, number 34, gets the touchdown. Terrell Farley. Defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror. Number 43.
And Jake Bakoven.
I've talked to a few cats. They said that Bach got some game, man.
Coming at you live from the Coppel Chevrolet GMC studios in the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer. Here he is, Vershawn Jackson.
Yeah, boy. It's the black shirt, Enrico today. It's the black shirt, Enrico. Welcome to the Ticket, 93.7 on the black shirt, Terrell Farley, and I'm with Rico on this fabulous Wednesday, 10 o'clock in the morning, the fastest 2 hours in radio, they say.
That's what they say.
That's what he says.
That is what he says.
So today we're going to talk about a whole bunch of things today. We're going to talk mostly football, but first we're going to start off with the 2023 class, a Hall of Fame class of 23.
The Nebraska football 2023 class for their Hall of Fame. They've got so if anybody was anywhere and is following Nebraska football, you would see that 6 Nebraska standouts, a state college representative, and 2 pioneers from the early 20th century make up this year's Nebraska Football Hall of Fame. And if you're looking at it like myself yesterday, you're very confused as to why they chose some of the people that they did choose. But it's broken up into categories. And if you're wondering why some people, Terrell Farley, aren't in the Hall of Fame quite yet, it's because they choose one from each year. They have categories, right? So they have a 1980s category that the defensive tackle David Clark was selected to. The 1990s category shows linebacker Troy Dumas getting in. Punter Sam Cook gets in for the 2000 to 2006 category. Defensive end Kyle Vandenbosch, 2000 to 2006 category as well. And quarterback Taylor Martinez, 2007 to 2013 category. Offensive guard Spencer Long, 2007 to 2013 category as well. So they've got 2 from 2000 to 2006 and 2 from 2007 to 2013. Only 1 from the 80s and 1 from the 90s in this one. They also included in this 2023 Hall of Fame a couple of Huskers from the Legends category, including head coach W.C. King Cole and quarterback Leon G. Warner, both from the 1910-ish area.
Yeah, so we're going to start off with the first one in the 80s. So we're going to start off with David Clark, defensive tackle. It says 1978 to 1980. He's a 3-time letter winner. Clark had a standout season in 1980. The Odessa, Texas native, had 40 tackles, including 9 tackles for loss as a senior, and also recorded 2 fumbles. Clark was a first-team All-Big 8 selection. Now, that's one of the criteria you have to have to be elected to the Nebraska Hall of Fame. You have to be a first or second team all-conference. NFL players are not eligible or if they're still on the roster. So, these are a great group of guys, but
before 2015, you had to either have been an All-American or first-team All-Conference. But starting in 2015 and obviously until now, if you got second-team All-Conference honors dating back to the expansion of the Big 8 to the Big 12, 1996, and now the 14-team Big 10 are all eligible. So you don't just have to be a first-team All-Conference or an All-American. You can make second-team All-Conference and still be considered for the Nebraska Football Hall of Fame.
Okay, so Troy Dumas, member of the 1994 national championship team. I kind of watched Troy that year because I watched him and Ed Stewart a lot because I wanted to see how did I compare against those guys. And for me, coming from junior college, and Troy was a big physical linebacker. Started off at corner or safety first.
Safety, yeah.
But yeah, he's from Wyoming. You don't find too many brothers in Wyoming, but Troy Dumas came out of Wyoming. So
so seeing Troy go from safety to linebacker and you being on the smaller end of the linebackers, did that give you a little bit more confidence in coming in and being an impact player? Or you obviously had confidence in yourself already.
Well, it's a thing that really surprised me the way because if I take my story way back to high school, Rico, I really never thought I would get a scholarship. So, it was more about just playing football, graduate, get a job, and live in my town. But, things kind of changed for me. I guess I was kind of a one-year wonder in football because I only started 1 year, and that was my senior year. We won state my junior year, which I contributed a lot, blocking punts, and really they brought me down on like third team to blitz the quarterback. But my senior year, I turned it up and ended up winning defensive player of the year, special teams player of the year. And and then colleges started coming in probably that January, but I had never taken the SAT and never really thought about college like that. And I ended up signing a letter of intent with Arkansas State. Went down there and Coach Bobo, his uncle, the Mike Bobo that coached at Colorado State, who's at the University of Georgia now as the offensive coordinator. I did play against Mike Bobo in high school, so we beat them in the playoffs 50-19.
You always got that over him.
Yeah, I got 2 sacks on him, but his uncle was the head coach at Arkansas State, and I ended up signing there as a Prop 48. But then one day these 2 country guys came down and they kind of made some sense, and I thought about it, and they said, "Hey, look, we want you to come to this junior college." So I ended up going to junior college, but I never thought about football beyond high school, and really never thought about coming to Nebraska until I watched games from the Midwest while we didn't have football. I watched Nebraska and Kansas and K-State a lot, and then the process just picked up. But yeah, let's get off that. Let's get on Troy Dumas now. Troy Dumas was a 4-year Letterman winner for Coach Tom Osborne, highlighted by an outstanding senior season in '94. Dumas played his first 3 seasons in the secondary. Before moving to Sam linebacker as a senior, where he had 61 tackles, 4 tackles for loss, 7 quarterback hurries. Dumas helped Nebraska rank in the top 10 nationally in all 4 major categories, defensive statistic categories, and earned first team all Big 8 for his play. Congratulations to Troy Dumas, man. I'm happy for him. I know this guy personally, and
we just had Troy on the show a couple last week.
Yep, he was one of my idols when I first started watching Nebraska, and I was like, man, if I could be like him or Ed Stewart, I would feel good. So it's real. I'm real happy for these guys who made it in, and like I said, everybody else turned that will eventually come for them. We don't know how long the wait will be, but it's great to have guys on there like that, especially people personally, especially people like Jay Foreman and Doug DuBose and Dana Brinston and Steve Taylor, Tommy Frazier, guys like that I know. I know that Doug DuBose waited a long time. He just got in like 2 years ago, and he's like 60. So, but and
you want to give these guys their flowers.
Yeah, you want to give them flowers before they get too old. I know things is out of our control and out of the fans' control, but you still have to bring these guys back and show these guys the house that they built, the house that we built. Like these young guys should know everything about the history of Nebraska football, because this is the stuff Nebraska got old money. This is not the new money that Nebraska's putting up facilities with. This is old money right here. Nebraska got so much old money from all the bowl games, all the national championships we won, all the things like that. So, you got to give due to the old guys, like Jerry Murtaugh and these guys, like, you just got to go back and give these guys their props. And I think Nebraska does a great job by that. And it's a great university to be a part of. We just got to keep fighting through this hump. Maybe Coach Rule can do it. I'm not against it, but I'm just saying we got a long way to go to get ourselves back into that major college football figure that we used to be.
Oh yeah. There's always ways that a university can be better, and even if Nebraska is doing things correctly, if they're doing things the right way, and if they're including all of the former players and they're bringing these guys in, there's always ways that you can improve. And obviously you've seen that through the past couple of years, and now at least I don't know, because I'm not a former player, so I don't know how much they reach out to the former players, but I do know that when Rule first took over, you saw the videos of players currently in the NFL. So they're not out of college for very long. They're still fresh in the mind of a lot of Nebraska fans, but those guys who are currently in the NFL getting, care packages, getting gear, getting reached out to by Rule, and him having them back on campus and talking to the teams. And I get that. And that's really great. And that's one way to show these guys, these are probably some of the guys that you grew up watching. If you watched Nebraska football play, you watched Nate Gary, you watched, some of them watching Dominican Sue. I don't know exactly how old they would have been when they saw him. But they've seen these guys play. Prince Amukamara. Like, these are the guys that they watched when they were growing up, if they were watching Nebraska football. But you do have to get the Terrell Farleys, the Jay Foremans, the Vershawn Jacksons, the Tommy Fraziers, those guys involved as well. Now, I'm not saying that it needs to be, hyper involvement and they need to be involved in every single little decision, because, the coaching staff still has things that they need to do. But it would be nice to have these guys around from time to time, to have you guys stop by a practice from time to time, or just come and talk to the guys, or just hang out at some point. So even if Nebraska is doing things the correct way and they are, fixing old relationships, there are ways that they can get better. And hopefully with these Hall of Fame inductions and whatever ceremonies they have, they're able to bring a lot of the former players who played with Troy Dumas and with with David Clark, some of the guys from Sam Cook's time, Kyle Vanden Bosch, Taylor Martinez, Spencer Long, those guys from back in the early 2010s, the 90s, the 80s, the 2000s. If you can bring those guys back and they're able to, just get a little more integrated with the program. Again, I'm not saying they need to be there every single day or involved in every single decision, but just around. That's really all it is. I feel like that could go a long way.
Yeah, it could go a long way. It's more that the university can do, and it's more that players can do. You just can't put it on one side of it's the player, it's the school. No, it's got to be both sides that keeps a good communication line open and for players and coaches to interact. And, I know Rule welcomes every former player back to the University of Nebraska. It kind of fell off with Bill Callahan, and I met Bo Pelini when I first came back in 2014, and I did also meet Mike Riley, so he was a great coach. Things didn't go well with Scott Frost, but Scott Frost is still a Husker day in and day out. He still won us, so you can't really bag him for that. But I know Coach Rule is trying real hard. But we'll go back and we'll talk about that later. But who we got next? Sam? How you say his name?
Sam Cook.
Cook.
Yeah, it looks like Koch, but it's Cook.
Yeah. So Sam is the record holder for the season punt average. He was part of the long line of kicking standouts for the Huskers.
There was a span for a while there for Nebraska where they were pumping out kickers and punters left and right.
Yeah, Jesse Cush. We had the other one after him, Chris Brown. He was a kicker though, but this is a Seward native, Nebraska. He's a native of Seward, Nebraska. 46.51 yards per punt in 2005 to earn first team All Big 12, and he was named a semifinalist for the Ray Guy Award. His average better than 44 yards per punt in his career to rank second in Nebraska history. He went on to play a long, long, long time in the NFL.
16 years with one franchise, that is the Baltimore Ravens, and he won one Super Bowl.
Yeah, actually, his son is coming here.
Yeah, his son signed not signed, but committed to come to Nebraska as a punter. So, kicker, maybe both, probably both.
Well, they got him as a punter, but he does both.
Yeah, he probably
so
both.
That's a good thing for Nebraska because he's a legacy child, and I really don't have nothing against legacy kids. Hey, if they can play, they can play. Bring them here. I just don't want to get a kid just based off a name. So, we'll just keep it like that. So, we'll go down to the next one. And who is Kyle Vanden Bosch?
Kyle Vanden Bosch.
You want to read about him?
So I think it's two sons are both on the radar for Nebraska. I think both of them got offers already from Nebraska. I think they're down in Arizona. I'll have to look it up exactly. But another two more legacy guys possibly doing pretty well down there in Arizona. But Kyle Vanden Bosch, 1997 to 2000, Vanden Bosch played in 50 games in his Nebraska career, totaled more than 140 tackles, including 34 tackles for loss and 13 sacks. In his senior season, Vanden Bosch had 17 tackles for loss, 26 quarterback hurries, and he was a two-time second-team All-Big 12 selection, was a three-time Pro Bowl selection during his 12-year NFL career. Off the field, Vanden Bosch was the recipient of the National Football Foundation's Dratty Trophy, commonly referred to as the Academic Heisman. Won an Academic Heisman and played 12 years in the NFL as a defensive end. And I was listening earlier to Early Break with Sip, Jake, and Bill Bush, and Coach Bush was telling a story about how Kyle Vanden Bosch goes 100%. Every single play, including on punt and punt return teams where he's going, he was saying how one of the former players, I don't remember his name, but the worst part of playing against Kyle Vanden Bosch was on that punt team because he was one of the wings and he had to block Vanden Bosch, and he said he's going like his hair's on fire every single time. He's like, it's the punt team. Like usually people, some people go to block it, but the big guys usually just kind of stand up and then turn around and go and they try to block you. But he would try as hard as he could every single time. And he was saying how John Gruden would show his rookies tape of Kyle Vanden Bosch mid-season, still going as hard as all get out, trying to get to the quarterback. And he's like, this is what I want you to be. I want you to be, this is the hardest playing player, hardest working player in the NFL on the field. So Kyle Vanden Bosch, one of the hardest working players in the NFL during his time, 12 years in the NFL as a defensive end, and now getting into the Nebraska Football Hall of Fame.
Oh, that's good. So who we got next? Taylor Martinez.
T-Magic.
No, he broke a lot of records. Yeah, I know it's hard. Some places you have to go to school, and it's hard to break them records.
Mm-hmm.
But in this case, Nebraska's not a passing team, so
he wasn't a passer. He broke rushing records for a quarter, which was more impressive because of the history that Nebraska has with rushing quarterbacks.
Yeah,
so Martinez led Nebraska to more than 30 wins as a starting quarterback during his career. First team All Big Ten pick as a junior in 2012, when he set the Nebraska season record with 3,890 yards of total offense and 33 touchdowns. Two-time team captain, freshman All-American, and Big 12 Offensive Newcomer of the Year in 2010. He played in both conferences, the Big 12 and the Big 10. He finished his career with more than 10,000 yards of total offense, and probably one of the more memorable runs, one of the top 5 memorable runs by a quarterback in Nebraska history, in that run that unfortunately came in a blowout loss to Wisconsin in the Big 10 title game, where he broke all the tackles and ran 180 yards to run 64 yards for a touchdown.
Is that the year where Melvin Gordon?
Yeah.
Oh, he got Melvin Gordon still running.
Yeah. That was the jet sweep game.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, where like I said, he had that run, and Nebraska seemed like they were still kind of in it. That was also the game where Kenny Bell threw that monster block.
Yeah.
That ended up having the touchdown called back for unnecessary roughness or whatever it was. But no, it's one of the more memorable runs by a quarterback in Nebraska history. Obviously not the most, but one of the top 5 at the very least. And a superior athlete, not the best passer, could throw the deep ball when he needed to, got off of those play actions, but just completely electric. And I still remember, everybody's posting the same clip, that Kansas State game. I think that was his first start as a freshman, and he just gets the snap. It was a quarterback draw, just runs straight through the middle and is untouched. Like, there are people within, 5 yards of him, maybe even closer, untouched, because he just had crazy acceleration.
Yeah, that's good. So Spencer Long is our next one. 3-year letterman, 3-year starter on the Huskers offensive line. Long earned second-team All-American as a junior in 2012, with Long manning an offensive guard position. The Huskers rank among the nation's top rushing teams. Offensive line in each 3 of his seasons as a starter. A team captain as a senior. Long also designated himself in the classroom, earning a first-team All-American academics as a senior.
Academic All-American is something Nebraska kind of hangs their hat on.
Oh yeah, we've been doing this since the 90s, probably since the early 80s when Coach Osborne first started coaching. So that goes a long way. That's a really good tradition that Nebraska has been able to maintain over the years. Is more being a student athlete more than just an athlete.
Mm-hmm.
So we take pride in, because there's one thing Coach Osborne did, that he made sure that we went to class, so that we wasn't at home every day playing video games. So, but yeah, it's a good thing. And is that the last one? Oh, those
are the.
So congratulations to those guys.
Yeah.
I know we still have the state and the state college and inductee, and then the legend category. If you want to read them.
Yeah, I'll go with the state college on the list. So the state college inductee, Dan Klepper of Nebraska Omaha. He was an offensive guard from 65 to 68, a 4-year letter winner at Nebraska Omaha, 2-time all-conference selection for the Mavericks. As a junior, he earned NAIA honorable mention, All-America honors, and in 1968 was named the Associated Press Little American Team. Klepper was drafted by the Kansas City Chiefs out of UNO, an NAIA school, drafted by the Kansas City Chiefs. So congratulations to Dan Klepper. And then the 2 legends categories. And like I said, they're back in like the 1910-ish area. Coach W.C. King Cole was the head coach for Nebraska for 4 seasons in 1907 to 1910.
Oof.
Cole led Nebraska to a 25-8-3 record in 4 seasons from 07 to 10, guided the Huskers to their first 2 conference championships, winning the Missouri Valley Conference in 1907 and in 1910. So starts his career with a conference championship, ends his career at Nebraska with a conference championship. And then Leon G. Warner, a quarterback from 1910 to 1911, guided Nebraska to the 1910 Missouri Valley Conference title as the quarterback. He's recognized as the top quarterback in the Missouri Valley and is often referred to as the school's first dual threat quarterback. So anybody that was a dual threat quarterback for Nebraska can go back and thank 1910 and 1911. Can go back and thank Leon G. Warner for opening the doors to dual threat quarterbacks at Nebraska.
Oh, that's good. Congratulations.
You're welcome, everybody. So Leon G. Warner, W.C. King Cole, Dan Klepper, Spencer Long, Taylor Martinez, Kyle Vanderbosch, Sam Cook, Troy Dumas, David Clark, all inducted into the Nebraska Football Hall of Fame in the 2023 class.
Congratulations.
We'll rate like 2 more years and then you'll be on this list?
Well, I'm not in a rush. I'm just doing me. I'm having fun on the radio. Maybe I could get inducted to the radio broadcast.
The Broadcasters Hall of Fame?
Yeah,
you think you get it?
Yeah. Whoa, Nelly. I can just keep that up. Be the black.
Which one do you get into first? The Broadcaster Hall of Fame or the Nebraska Football Hall of Fame?
I don't know. The way it's going, it might be the Broadcasters Hall of Fame. You never know. So hey, I'm gonna sit back and wait. I've put myself out there. I played football to the best of my ability. I was grateful to make first team All-American. I mean, first team All Big 8 my first year here, and I second team All-American. So my credentials do lead up to it, but I'm not pushing it like that.
When you make that Hall of Fame, I'm gonna show up in a 3-piece suit.
No, I want you to dress up.
Ceremony.
How
do you want me to dress up?
I want you to dress up as the Penguin from Batman. I want you.
Okay.
And I want you to walk.
Do you want
around.
me to get the things for my hands, get like the hair slicked back, get my nose?
Yeah, I want you to have it all done.
When you get in the Hall of Fame, I will dress up like Penguin for your ceremony.
All right, I might be 75, so you never know. So.
Everybody, save this clip so I can remember, because we don't know when he's gonna get in. But when he gets in, because he will get in, I have to dress up like Penguin from Batman.
So, yeah, congratulations, though, guys. All right, on the ticket, more football, 93.7, The Captain Show.
July marks 8 years of the Body Shop being open for business and serving Lincoln the best massage options in the area. Dennis and his team would like to thank all customers who have stopped in and let them relieve the pains and stress in their lives. Your continued business allows them to do what they are passionate about. Book an appointment today at thebodyshoplincoln.com. The Body Shop, your go-to for all types of massages at 48th and A.
The Southern Pecan Cake from Beatrice Bakery. They don't just let you call anything Southern, especially when it's baked right here in Nebraska. But there are standards you have to meet, like a rich, decadent, moist caramel cake? Check. Bursting with too many large pecans to count? Check. Big enough to share with the whole group? Check. But delicious enough that you won't want to share? A big check on that one. The Southern Pecan Cake, the newest cake to the Beatrice Bakery lineup. Try it for yourself at Beatrice Bakery. Online at BeatriceBakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
Junior Achievement of Lincoln inspires and prepares young people for success. Learn more about the people involved in the organization and the success stories over the years each Thursday from 7 to 8 p.m. for the Junior Achievement Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $24.62 per hour, which grows to $28.97 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $33.36 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
It's a new era for Nebraska football with a new head coach. Gear up for the season with 93.7 The Ticket's coverage of Big Ten Media Days. Live from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis on July 26th and 27th. Jay Foreman, Amon Green, Vershawn Jackson, Terrell Farley, Derek Pearson, Steve Sipple, and Jake Sorensen will be in Indy for our shows on Wednesday and Thursday. Coverage of Big Ten Media Days is brought to you by Ben Bleicher of Professional Realty Group of BHHS Ambassador Real Estate, Gary Michaels Clothiers, Warhorse Gaming, A1 Automotive, and the 1890 Initiative.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in July. Try their new lemon cream cheese on any bagel or breakfast sandwich. And try the Karma Latte, as 10% of proceeds from that drink will go to the Great Plains Trail Network. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe. At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just a professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends.
H&H Roofing, established in 2015, is proud to serve the local area, which includes the tri-state area in Nebraska, Iowa, and South Dakota. H&H Roofing has a professional team that are licensed and bonded, GAF Master Certified Installers, and an insurance-preferred contractor that will work directly with your insurance company. Also a leading roofer, siding, and gutter specialist. H&H Roofing will service all residential, commercial, and agricultural needs. Go to HNHroofs.com for more information or call 402-359-2546.
Ready to upgrade your combine with new technology to make your harvest more efficient, meaning more money in your pocket? The team at Landmark Implement is here to help find the right combine for harvest. Plus, when you purchase a pre-owned combine from Landmark, you are backed by Landmark's extensive parts and service network, along with mobile techs and parts drop-off points to keep you up and running, reducing downtime. View inventory online at landmarkimp.com or stop by your local Landmark to experience the Landmark difference.
We have 2 boys, so we needed more space. We lived in a townhouse, so we decided to build.
Casey Bowman and her husband Joe built their first home with us. This is Bob Benish of Aspen Builders. Working with the Bowmans was fantastic.
After the first meeting, we really liked them as people.
I was really skeptical about the whole building process, more so than Joe was. If there were problems or issues along the way, they called and explained everything. They just really helped ease my mind.
They were really good about giving us options as far as what fit in the budget, what didn't fit in the budget. They have a designer, Rachel.
She was amazing. She was very helpful in making sure that our house turned out good. I wouldn't change anything. I wouldn't change the lot. I wouldn't change colors. I love everything about it. Everything. It's perfect for us.
Like the Bowmans, you too can make your dream home a reality. Call us at 423-6811 or online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
Hi, it's Charlie Stone again, and with me on the line, Andy Goodyear, General Manager of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, I know how proud you and everyone at the dealership are to earn the prestigious Honda President's Award year after year, 17 times. Tell our listeners what it means to you and your customers.
Thanks, Charlie. Yeah, all of us are extremely proud to have earned this award, and I want all of our customers to know it's not just earned by one person's effort. It's the entire dealership, sales, parts, and our amazing service department.
17 times. Wow. How does that compare to other Honda dealers?
This award is only given to the most elite dealerships that demonstrate excellence. We really do strive to go above and beyond for the ultimate customer experience before and after the sale, Charlie.
That's why for 2022, Honda of Lincoln is once again Nebraska's #1 volume Honda dealer. Come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business, 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
It's Christmas in July at Pillar Restaurant Group when you purchase a $100 gift card and receive a $15 bonus card. One gift card for all of our locations, including Venue Restaurant and Lounge, Piedmont Bistro, the Butchery and Venue at Home, and all Lincoln Good Sense subs. Our Christmas in July gift card special is available at all Pillar Restaurant Group locations or online at prgnebraska.com. That's prgnebraska.com to get a $15 bonus card when you purchase a $100 gift card.
Back with Vershawn Jackson, powered by Bauer. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to the ticket, 93.7 on the Blackshirt. Terrell Farley, the captain's not in today, and I'm with
Rico.
Yeah. All right. So now, what I want to talk about, we talk about things like is the Heisman supposed to be for the regular season?
No, it's definitely regular season.
Should it be extended into the postseason? There's a lot of things we could say.
That's a good question.
Now, it's a topic I
like
can't.
the NFL MVP, it's not extended into the postseason.
Yeah.
That's the thing is, do you keep the MVP? So the Heisman would be the best player in college football, right? But you can't determine who the best players until the end of the season. However, if you're just going with the regular season, I guess it makes sense because that's what all the other MVPs do. So most valuable player of that regular season, and then there's a finals MVP, and then, in college football, I'm sure that they have, the most outstanding player in like the national championship or whatever bowl game. So you have that. But it would be interesting to see if or how much the voting would change if you did wait until all of the games had been played.
Yeah, because I came upon a subject the other day or an article about players who didn't win the Heisman that really supposed to been in the hunt or won it. So, but we talk about this a lot because of Tommy Frazier, because of Sue,
Vince Young.
But we're going to start off with Tommy Frazier first. We're going to see the player he went against was his senior year. A lot of people think Tommy should have won the Heisman just based off the Fiesta Bowl stats that he had. But really, as a senior, Eddie George averaged 152.2 yards per game, scored 23 touchdowns, rushed for over 1,000 yards in 11 straight games after gaining 99 yards in the kickoff classic against Boston College. He pounded his way for 1,826 yards and 23 touchdowns as the Buckeyes finished 11-1 and ranked 4th in the country. Now, do you have Tommy stats? That
I do, and you have to remember, so this is in 1995, one of, if not the best team of all time. Tommy didn't play a lot of the fourth quarters.
Yeah.
So these stats are a little skewed that way. But Tommy played 11 games, completed 56% of his passes for 1,362 yards. That is good for 17 touchdowns, only 4 interceptions. But he did rush 97 times for 604 yards and 14 touchdowns. So, he accounted for 31 touchdowns his senior season, passing and throwing, and almost 2,000 yards total. So, if you take into account that he didn't play a lot of the fourth quarters because of the dominant defense and the way that they were putting up points left and right, his stats could have been even more astronomical, and it would have been hard to keep the Heisman out of his hands. But the fact that he didn't play a lot of second halves, a lot of fourth quarters, kind of kept that down, unfortunately.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It happens to the best of us, because players don't really get their stats, and that's the thing about being on a great team, that you're not going to be allowed to play the fourth quarter. You're going to be giving other guys snaps, other quarterbacks reps. We had Brooke Behringer who was there. We had Matt Turman who was there in case we needed a real emergency quarterback. Scott Frost was there, but he was redshirting because he transferred that year. Now we got other players on this list that said they should have won the Heisman, but I'm gonna start off with the one I think should have won the Heisman.
Another Husker?
No, it's not. Well, we could say Sue, but Woodson from Michigan was the really true first defensive player I think that really outright won the Heisman, and I haven't seen.
But he did a lot. So I don't know about true. I don't think a true defensive player will ever win the Heisman. If it was going to be anybody, it would have been Sue, but he didn't get that, because you could say Woodson was a true defensive player. Yeah, he went to the NFL and played corner, but he was a wide receiver on that team and caught some touchdown passes. He returned punts. He returned kick. He did everything for that team. So yeah, he was the best player in college football at that time just because he was that Michigan team for the most part. But in terms of a true defensive player, I don't think that I don't think that that'll ever happen, and I guess he's the closest that it'll ever come.
Yeah. So they say, so who is this? 0090 says Colt McCoy got third and Sue got fourth. That shows clearly it's all about teams.
Well, now lately, when you look at the Heisman and when you see these votings come in and you see who ends up winning it, it's usually the best player on the best team.
So we're going to do it like this, Rico. I'm going to read these players' names. I want you to try to look up who they went against the year that the Heisman was won. First one's going to be the first player they said that, let me open my phone, best college player that didn't win a Heisman. So let's look, who did Andrew Luck go against?
Did Andrew Luck win a Heisman?
No.
No, he got snubbed?
Yeah.
Okay, give me a second. I just looked up Heisman winners by year, and it has first, second, third place. So Andrew Luck in 2010 and 2011 got second place in the Heisman. In 2010, he lost to Cam Newton. Completely understandable.
Yep, that's completely understandable. I think Cam did enough to took Auburn to a championship game, won Auburn a championship. Then was he the first pick in the draft?
Yep.
Yeah,
Did it all.
I don't think you can dispute that right there between Cam Newton and Andrew Luck right there.
Now this is the one that had people up in arms.
Yeah. Now Vince Carter.
No, 2011, Andrew Luck got second place again behind Robert Griffin III, Baylor's quarterback at the time. Baylor played in the Cotton Bowl that year. I want to say it was the Cotton Bowl. They played against Washington, and that is the most fun I've had watching a bowl game because there was no defense.
Well, you got to think because Robert Griffin III, he had a great senior year, or that year he won the Heisman. I mean, he was. It wasn't the best team he was on. I think they probably lost
I think they lost 4 games.
They lost 4 games, but you got to see the stats he put
up.
Yep,
and that's why a lot of people, you look at Andrew Luck, you're like, it's Stanford. I think Stanford only had 1 or 2 losses that year. I don't remember exactly. But Robert Griffin III and Baylor lost 3-4 games that season, but he ends up winning the Heisman, goes to the whatever bowl game against Washington and puts up monster numbers, ends up being the second pick in the draft. Andrew Luck goes number 1, and then we see neither one of them really got to fulfill their full potential in the NFL due to injuries. But in 2011, I mean, that could have gone either way. I don't think anybody would have been mad if Andrew Luck would have won it. And I don't think that there's a large contingent of people that are mad that Robert Griffin won it. Griffin III won it.
Yeah, because when you say Heisman, it reminds me of the most electrified player to play that year, not over a career.
No, it's only 1 year.
It's only that year. So I understand the way with Cam Newton. That's undisputed. You can't take that away from Cam Newton. Robert Griffin Jr., same thing. The way he electrified college football and put Baylor on the map. I don't think it was that before or after all the stuff they
before.
Had went through. Yeah, before, but you still can't take that away because the year he had, the runs he had, the way he dazzled people probably like Mike Vick. He never won the Heisman, did he? No, Michael Vick didn't win the Heisman. So, but it's players like that you can't put a fight against just because he's Andrew Luck. Now,
Michael Vick finished 3rd in 1999. Ron Dane from Wisconsin, the running back, won it. Joe Hamilton, quarterback of Georgia Tech, finished 2nd.
That's my boy. I know Joe.
Do you?
Yeah, I used to hang out with Joe Hamilton.
Nice.
Yeah, he's great. He's a short guy. He's about your size.
Really?
Yes.
He's a quarterback?
Yeah, he's short. He's real short.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But on this next one, let's go Adrian Peterson.
2004. Adrian Peterson finishes 2nd to 1 Matt Leinart, quarterback, USC. That was in the heat of USC being the best team in the nation. They went undefeated that year, I believe. The next season they were undefeated, almost lost to Notre Dame. The Bush push. That was a big thing with Reggie Bush coming up behind Matt Leinart and pushing him into the end zone, and people saying that's illegal, you can't do that, and what have you. Reggie Bush wins the Heisman the next year, but they fall to Vince Young in Texas in the national championship game. But that was in the heat of USC as one of, if not the best team in college football at the time.
I don't know. Adrian Peterson put up some numbers, man. That was probably his junior year because he left his junior year, didn't he?
Yes.
Oh, okay. How many yards did he have?
Let me look up. Let me look up that. What was that? What did I say? 2004 Heisman stats.
Yeah, let's take a look at that, Rico.
Let's look that up. Wow, I put way too many numbers in there. Okay, 2004 Heisman. Okay, trophy voting. Okay, so Matt Leinart, 3,322 yards, 33 touchdowns, only 6 interceptions. Adrian Peterson, damn near 2,000 yards rushing.
He had what?
Damn near 2,000. 1,925 yards and 15 touchdowns. He averaged 5.7 yards per carry.
Okay, here's my question to you. Now,
And it wasn't particularly close in the voting either. Matt Leinart got 267 first-place votes, 211 second-place votes. Adrian Peterson didn't even have the second most first-place votes. He had 154 first-place votes. Jason White, who finished third, had 171 first-place votes.
Virginia?
No, Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. Oh,
Teammates.
okay.
Teammates,
okay,
yeah. Adrian Peterson had 180 second place, 175 third. Jason White had 149 second and 146 third place votes. So 1,325 total votes for Matt Leinart, 997 for Adrian Peterson.
Do you give a running back the Heisman if they eclipse the 2,000-yard mark? Do you think?
I think that's almost automatic. It's almost automatic.
Yeah, I think
almost.
it is too. But, USC had a good run. They had a great team, Reggie Bush, Matt Leinart, a lot of Troy Polamalu.
Oh, Mississippi Mud Dogs. Oh, yeah, it was. It says right there. That was Adrian Peterson's freshman year at Oklahoma.
Yeah.
That he finished second and had almost 2,000 yards.
Oh, my God. Ooh, do you think he get in the NFL Hall of Fame easily?
He's not going to be first ballot. He might be second or third. He should be in. He definitely should be in the NFL Hall of Fame. But I feel like his off-the-field issues might hamper that a little bit. And I understand a lot of players have off-the-field issues and still get into the Hall of Fame or however many people it still happens. But
he gave him a spanking.
I know, but people...
I know. We're not.
We're not going to get into that. But yeah, no, I get it.
So my next one, I want to go through on this one. Peyton Manning.
That
didn't win a Heisman after all the
1997
Charles
Woodson. Everybody, the best quarterback, the chosen one.
Yeah,
all of that didn't win a Heisman. I mean, 97 Charles Woodson, man.
I can understand that Charles Woodson won it that year, so we're not even going to debate that.
We don't need it. No,
yeah, we're not going
to
debate
that
one.
Like that one, you look at it and you think, oh, how did Peyton Manning not win a Heisman? Because you look at his NFL career after that.
Yeah.
But in terms of his collegiate career, still a great career. But Charles Woodson, like I said, was Michigan in 97.
Yeah.
Now, if Peyton Manning would have run a touchdown and struck the Heisman pose, I mean, maybe he would have won it.
I don't think.
But Charles Woodson, well, I think that was a.
I don't think he had that swagger.
Nah, he definitely didn't.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Charles
have that
Woodson,
swagger.
I think it was a punt return, struck the Heisman pose. But I think it was in '96 that he did that or something. I don't think it was the year that he won it. I think is what I remember seeing. I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong. Mr. Mutt Dog, please correct me. I know you will.
Christian McCaffrey.
Oh, that one is okay. That one. So Derrick Henry wins the Heisman in 2015 over Christian McCaffrey after Christian McCaffrey breaks the record for all-purpose yards in a season held by Barry Sanders in a single season, the all-purpose yardage record. He breaks that, still doesn't win the Heisman. People freaked out, which I think was kind of necessary just because he played Stanford. He played on the West Coast. A lot of the voters are on the East Coast. Not a lot of them stayed up to watch Stanford play, which I get it, super late. But that was a reasoning for some people as to why he didn't win it. Because if you look at these stats, and I understand Derrick Henry had amazing stats as well, but look at this. Like, come here. Like, Derrick Henry. Now, this is crazy. Alabama's running back at the time, 2,219 yards, 5.6 yards per carry, 28 touchdowns.
Ooh.
Christian McCaffrey, 2,019 yards.
Hold on. Now say Derrick Henry's again.
2,219.
Okay.
So he had 200 more yards. Okay. He had 200 more yards than Christian McCaffrey did. But McCaffrey had 55-ish less carries than Derrick Henry did. He had 8 touchdowns rushing. But I think the thing with Christian McCaffrey is he did a lot of his damage receiving and on punt and kick return as well. Receiving, he had 310 yards receiving, 3 touchdowns. He had, hold on, I have to find that. So kick and punt returns. Oh, no, hold on. So that was 2016. 2015, that year, he had 645 yards receiving and 5 touchdowns to go with the 8 that he had rushing. And he finished the season with 2,664 yards from scrimmage. Kick return and punt return, he had 1,070 yards on kick returns and 1 touchdown, and 130 yards on punt returns and 1 touchdown.
Oh, I think he got shafted on that one.
Now, you look at Derrick Henry stats, and it's hard to say 28 touchdowns rushing and 2,219 yards versus 8 touchdowns rushing. You look at that and you're like, oh, easily it should have been Derrick Henry. But you take into account Christian McCaffrey also had the receiving touchdowns, also had a kick return touchdown, a punt return touchdown, had 2,000 or however many yards I just said, all purpose, broke Barry Sanders' record for a single season all purpose yards. I mean, how does he not win?
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
So yeah, we're gonna do this last one, Rico. Then we're gonna take it to break. This last one, I really didn't watch this. I did watch him but you understand why Clemson never had a Heisman winner.
No, they did not. But like you said, it's a single season, not a career.
Trevor Lawrence
finished second in 2020 behind Devontae Smith, wide receiver, Alabama. That was a hard one. People didn't think that a wide receiver should win the Heisman. Mac Jones, his quarterback, finishes third in the Heisman voting. But again, Devontae Smith, kick returns, punt returns. They'd run him on reverses. He would do everything for that team. And it was one of those guys where you're looking at it and you're thinking, we have to stop this guy. If we don't stop him, we don't stand a chance.
But who ended up winning the game that year? I think who ended up winning
in 2020?
Yeah. Was that Clemson?
I don't know exactly. I don't remember who won the national
Somebody help me out on the text line. Who won the national championship in 2020? It could be Alabama. Yeah, I think it was Alabama.
No, it was LSU.
LSU?
Well, okay. January 13th, 20. Yeah, no, that was LSU. Yeah, 42-25. That was Joe Burrow.
Okay.
Yep. No, because Joe Burrow won the. No, okay. So I hate when they do this. So it would be the 2019 or 2021 national champion.
Axel Foley say
it was Alabama.
Trevor Lawrence never lost a game in college.
You sure about that? I don't know about that one.
That one year it was Deshaun Watson. The year after that it was Trevor Lawrence. I don't know.
I'm gonna have to look into that. Trevor. Now that got me. Trevor Lawrence never. I'm gonna have to look into that one. But we do have to take a break.
Yes.
Looking up all these stats, and now I have to look up if Trevor Lawrence lost a game.
Yeah. When we come back on the ticket, 93.7, we're going to talk about the best coaches. We're not going to tell you the topic yet. Just think about it and wait. We are powered by Bauer.
The Southern Pecan Cake from Beatrice Bakery. They don't just let you call anything Southern, especially when it's baked right here in Nebraska. There are standards you have to meet, like a rich, decadent, moist caramel cake? Check. Bursting with too many large pecans to count? Check. Big enough to share with the whole group? Check. But delicious enough that you won't want to share? A big check on that one. The Southern Pecan Cake, the newest cake to the Beatrice Bakery lineup. Try it for yourself at Beatrice Bakery. Online at BeatriceBakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
Gray Diesel and Equipment Services is hiring and seeking motivated applicants. Gray offers a second-to-none benefit package that includes health, dental, vision, 401k, paid vacation, and paid holidays. They offer great pay and tuition reimbursement or a tool purchase program for qualified candidates. It's a fun, friendly team with lots of variety and work assignments, so there's something for everybody. View and apply for their job openings today at grayusa.com or visit them in person just off I-80 and North 56th Street. Come be a part of the Gray difference.
Hey guys, Jake Sorensen here from Early Break. The garage door at our house has been needing replacement for a couple years, and a few months ago, we finally did something about it. Steve's Garage Doors and Services was great through the whole process in providing options and also going to the next level to get a door that was approved by our HOA. And best of all, the removal of the old door and installation of the new door was done smoothly with no issues. Call Steve's Garage Doors and Services today at 402-480-9462.
Ready to upgrade your combine with new technology to make your harvest more efficient, meaning more money in your pocket? The team at Landmark Implement is here to help find the right combine for harvest. Plus, when you purchase a pre-owned combine from Landmark, you are backed by Landmark's extensive parts and service network, along with mobile techs and parts drop-off points to keep you up and running, reducing downtime. View inventory online at landmarkimp.com or stop by your local Landmark to experience the Landmark difference.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Getting experience to jumpstart a meaningful career can be difficult, and education can cost a fortune. Luckily, AmeriCorps can be the solution. With AmeriCorps, you'll earn a stipend and education award while helping people. Plus, you'll gain professional skills and make connections to help you build your career. If you're ready to start a career you can be proud of, visit serve.nebraska.gov/service to find a program for you. Paid for by Serve Nebraska, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Are you tired of living in pain? It's time to take control. At Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, we're your one-stop shop for expert care in Lincoln. From broken bones to complex reconstruction, our skilled team will help you get back on track. Visit prairieortho.com today and discover why we're the trusted choice for thousands of patients. Don't let pain hold you back. Take the first step towards a better, pain-free life with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, where healing begins. Call 402-489-4700.
Too many people believe that chronic pain, allergies, or illness are permanent and something you're stuck with. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness has been proving that narrative wrong for 29 years and changing lives for the better in the process. Their team is trained in the newest, most advanced pain-relieving techniques and ways to deal with toxins, allergies, pollution, and emotion that make you ill. Call today for a free consultation at 531-254-5695 or go to novotnynutritionandwellness.com. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness, located at 7th and Superior.
H&H Roofing, established in 2015, is proud to serve the local area, which includes the tri-state area in Nebraska, Iowa, and South Dakota. H&H Roofing has a professional team that are licensed and bonded, GAF Master Certified Installers, and an insurance-preferred contractor that will work directly with your insurance company. Also a leading roofer, siding, and gutter specialist. H&H Roofing will service all residential, commercial, and agricultural needs. Go to HandHroofs.com for more information or call 402-359-2546.
Ready to upgrade your combine with new technology to make your harvest more efficient, meaning more money in your pocket? The team at Landmark Implement is here to help find the right combine for harvest. Plus, when you purchase a pre-owned combine from Landmark, you are backed by Landmark's extensive parts and service network, along with mobile techs and parts drop-off points to keep you up and running, reducing downtime. View inventory online at landmarkimp.com or stop by your local Landmark to experience the Landmark difference.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just a professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see areas of fog and partly sunny skies this morning. We'll see an afternoon storm chance in the forecast. We'll see a high around 86. Tonight, we'll see a chance of storms early, then mostly cloudy skies, a low around 66. And tomorrow, we'll see mostly sunny skies throughout most of the day. We'll see a high around 87. Meteorologist Kyle Pucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Back with Vershawn Jackson, powered by Bauer, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Yes. The Ticket, 93.7 on the Blackshirt, Terrell Farley, and I'm with
Rico.
And we have no captain today. So it's just me and Mr. Rico Suave.
What it is.
So, Rico, I got another one we want to go on to first. But first, I'm going to read that.
Well, I looked up the Trevor Lawrence thing.
Yeah. He did lose 2 games in college, and they was both in the playoffs. So he went undefeated in
the regular season.
In the regular season.
He won a national championship his freshman year, lost in the national championship his sophomore year, I believe is what it says, and then lost in the playoff his junior year, and then went to the NFL.
Yeah, we're gonna read some stuff like we're gonna read first from the text line. The garbologist is first. So he said, let me get down to that bottom one again. That's how it is. He said, are under the radar players or guys like the Blackshirt who didn't play until their senior year going to be able to find a landing spot with the new recruiting calendar and early signing day? Oh yeah, I mean some teams they save a couple of scholarships for players like that. I know that this is a new style, and some kids won't give their commitment till December. You know, I think the Benning kid, what's his name? Caleb Benning, and he's putting his off for a little while.
I think so.
I mean that's
but
great.
he had a great sophomore year, and I think he was out a little bit for a couple of games his junior year. That'd be more of a question for Nick. I don't know how many games Caleb played last year, but coming into his senior year now, he's expected to do big things. Westside's expected to do big things.
Oh yeah. I talked to Steve Warren yesterday, and his son is going to Westside. He's a freshman quarterback going in. So big shouts out to Steve Warren and his son going to Westside. Now, the thing I wanted to talk about
that Warren campus is real.
Yeah,
they're producing some athletes.
Yeah, and this is his son though. So yeah. But like the garbologist said, with this new calendar, I think the calendar kind of messes it up because you got late bloomers that really wasn't starters their junior year, but they come into that senior year and they are outstanding. You know, they put up numbers better than the 5 stars or the 4 stars, and they come into their own because now they develop completely as a high school player. You know, I don't know, because you know, talent wise, it tells the difference when you get to college. You know, because you could be a 2A guy and then you come to college and you play with a bunch of 6A guys, and you know, it's like the school Dylan Riola.
Pinnacle?
No, he's going to Buford High School now.
Oh, the one that he's at now, not the one that he was at. Yeah.
Buford is ranked number 10 in the nation. But let me tell you about this school, Rico. When I was in high school, they were 2A.
What's that?
That's like we in Georgia, when I was in high school, we only went to 4A. So Buford was 2A.
Which one's the highest? 4A?
4A.
4A is
the highest.
So in terms of like Nebraska, 2A would be Class C.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they was like a Class C.
Okay.
But they won multiple championships, and they sent great players. Now it was a deaf guy that went to Georgia Southern that ended up playing in the NFL. His name was Adrian Peterson.
Oh, the other Adrian Peterson.
Yeah, he was deaf, and he went to Buford. So and I stayed in Buford, and this school right here, now they're like 4A because Georgia goes up to 6A. But you gotta understand, like when you play against different talent level, then you figure out what players can play, because sometimes, when you're in a lower group, they dominate a lot. And then when they get to college, they don't dominate that much because everybody's on the same page, or they're a little bit bigger, or, something that school didn't have that sets them back when they get here. Now, the thing with, like the Garbage said, what the coaches do? Do you hold back 3, 4, 5 scholarships? Because I know Nebraska right now, we're up to 25. So I don't know how many.
I think they still have room for a couple, but in terms of, late bloomers having great senior years, I don't remember exactly when it was, but it was, again, early break, listening to Coach Bill Bush. He was talking about watching senior film. So, by the time their senior seasons get over, you don't have a lot of time to watch, but senior film is crazy important for guys that are late bloomers like that. What is it? Eric Fields, Nebraska signed him from Oklahoma, right? And he was at a smaller school, didn't really have any offers or any big time offers. Nebraska sees his senior film. The other schools that offered him. You ready for this? And this is a guy that I know Jay Foreman was very excited about. I remember you watched his film. You were very excited about him too. Arkansas State, Abilene Christian, New Mexico State, and North Texas. Those are the other schools that were interested in signing Eric Fields. He was a late bloomer. His senior film popped off the page. Nebraska went down there, snagged him out of Ardmore, Oklahoma. And that's the importance of watching senior film. And like you said, holding a couple scholarships back just in case somebody pops on the radar and all of a sudden you're like, oh, wait a minute. Like nobody's talking about this guy. Let's give this guy a chance and see what happens.
Now there's a lot of things that can contribute to that. But first of all, because some kids are waiting on their SAT scores.
Yep.
Some kids are trying to get better in the classroom to make it where they're qualified instead of non-qualified. So that's a big thing right there. That is this kid gonna qualify? He got to take the SAT every time they have it. So things like that contribute to that. But Garbage, you got a good point right there. Who's this? That was his freshman year. So I don't know what that was.
That was when we were talking about Adrian Peterson.
Okay. Who is this? Gus Mohawk says. Let me get down. I don't know why.
I think Robert Griffin III is the fastest player I've ever seen when he played here. Olympic speed, truly one of the best. Did he qualify for the Olympics? He did. I don't know if he actually ran in the trials, but he had Olympic qualifying times if he would have ran those his personal best in the 400 hurdles, because that's what his specialty was the 400 meter hurdles. If he would have run those at the trials, I believe he would have qualified for the Olympics, but I don't think he actually tried to, because I think at that time he was going into the NFL, didn't want to risk anything because there's a lot more money in the NFL than there is in professional track and field. So
yeah. So here we go right here. And here's another. Okay, which number is this? Okay, 0090 said, here's my question on the Heisman then. If a player who is clearly the best but is on a team that loses 3 to 4 games, so you think there is a chance they will win it? Have we had a person that
RG3?
Yeah. Marshall Faulk win? No, he didn't win the Heisman, is he?
No.
Let me think.
So Caleb Williams, Southern Cal lost 2 games.
Yeah.
Bryce Young, Alabama lost 1 or 0. Devontae Smith, Alabama lost 1 or 0. Joe Burrow undefeated. Oklahoma with Kyler Murray, I think they lost 2 games. They were in the playoff, I believe. Baker Mayfield, same thing in the playoff. Lamar Jackson, Louisville, they're a group of 5 team at the time. I don't think they're in the ACC quite yet. They might have been. Nope, that's a lie. They were in the ACC. But Lamar Jackson, Louisville, I think they only lost 2 games. So for the most part, it'd be really hard for a team for a guy to win the Heisman if the team loses more than 3 games, but it has been done before. I just don't know if at this time in this current climate of college football, if that'll happen again, just because there are so many great teams with great players. But then again, you got to take into account, who was Georgia's starting quarterback last year?
The old guy. I forgot his name.
The guy who we don't even know if he graduated.
Papa Smurf.
Wait, would he have won the high?
Stetson Bennett, ain't it?
Stetson Bennett. There you go. He had good stats, but is he the best player in college football?
No.
Would he have won the Heisman? Because he's one of the best players on the best team.
Yeah.
But if he wins a Heisman, you're kind of looking at that like, really? That's who he gave the Heisman to. Just say if Mac Jones would have won the Heisman in 2020, Really? That's who we're going to give the Heisman to? Even though he's the quarterback for Alabama.
Yeah.
There are certain guys who, even though they are one of the best players on the best team, you look at them and you're like, that's not, you have really good stats, but you're not the best guy for you're not the Heisman winner.
Yeah. So who is this? Corey and Lincoln said Desmond Howard struck the Heisman.
Yeah, I was super wrong. It's okay. I'm fine.
773 said Desmond Howard struck the pose. Now Neil, and let's see what Neil in Nebraska is. He in Nebraska? Yeah, Neil in Nebraska. He said, do you guys take into account the strength of schedule conference? I don't think they use that as a tool for the Heisman.
They do. That's another reason why Christian McCaffrey didn't win, because he played in the Pac-12.
I think it should be just for the best player in college football.
It should,
regardless of conference, regardless of where they play, regardless of what their record are or who their coach is. So I just think things like that should be just eliminated. It goes to the most electrified player in college football.
At least it should, but we'll see. It's been going to quarterbacks a lot lately. Devontae Smith broke let me see if I can get this. So from 2010 until today, 2 players who are not quarterbacks have won the Heisman. Derrick Henry in 2015 and Devontae Smith in 2020, a running back and a wide receiver. Other than that, it's been quarterbacks every single time.
Let's see what this one is. Byron the Hog Farmer says, should go to the best player. Shouldn't have to win championships. I agree with you on that.
Should be the best player in college football. Now, a lot of times the best player is on the best team and they win championships. But every once in a while, you've got a player like a Lamar Jackson, like a Caleb Williams, like a Johnny Manziel, Lamar Jackson, I already said, who are on these really good teams that aren't competing for championships, but you can tell that's the best player in college football.
Yeah, I want to read this last one right here. Husker P says, shows my age, but Steve McNair was snubbed for the Heisman at Alcorn State. You're correct, sir. All the numbers he put up, the runs, had a lot of people watching Alcorn State that year.
He finished third behind Rashaan Salam and Kajana Carter.
Another 2,000-yard rusher.
Yep. Colorado, Penn State, Alcorn State.
All right, take us out of here, Rico.
All right, you are listening to the captain on 93.7 The Ticket, but no captain today. It's the Blackshirt and myself taking you through the fastest 2 hours in Lincoln. Woo-hoo. Keep it tuned here. 1 more hour to go on the captain, 93.7 The Ticket.
You deserve the best. With a Liberty First MasterCard, you can pay down your high-rate debt and could save hundreds when you transfer the balance. The Liberty First Credit Union MasterCard has no balance transfer fees, no cash advance fees, and no annual fee. And with a fixed rate as low as 9.99% APR and you choose rewards, you'll be able to manage your card your way. Visit libertyfirstcu.com. Rates and terms are based on your credit and subject to change. Federally insured by NCUA. Liberty First Credit Union. Banking with purpose.
Well, I'm an interior designer. A lot of builders don't have designers on staff. I'm included with our Aspen package and could make your home more custom to your taste, your needs, and your wants.
Rachel's our interior designer at Aspen Builders. She's one of the reasons that makes us really good at what we do. I'm Bob Benish, and we absolutely love how Rachel takes care of our clients.
I think the biggest challenge with building is a lot of clients are worried about all the choices. When they come in, they kind of have a deer in the headlights look. I like to ask people at the end, so what did you think? And usually they pause and they say, you really broke it up, kept it simple. We just did one meeting at a time, so I wasn't looking at all the decisions I had to make. I had plenty of time to decide things. You walked me through it all. It made it simple.
Make your dream a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your dream home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
Hi, it's Charlie Stone again, and with me on the line, Andy Goodyear, General Manager of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, I know how proud you and everyone at the dealership are to earn the prestigious Honda President's Award year after year, 17 times. Tell our listeners what it means to you and your customers.
Thanks, Charlie. Yeah, All of us are extremely proud to have earned this award, and I want all of our customers to know it's not just earned by one person's effort. It's the entire dealership, sales, parts, and our amazing service department.
17 times. Wow. How does that compare to other Honda dealers?
This award is only given to the most elite dealerships that demonstrate excellence. We really do strive to go above and beyond for the ultimate customer experience before and after the sale, Charlie.
That's why for 2022, Honda of Lincoln is once again Nebraska's #1 volume Honda dealer. Come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business, 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
It's a new era for Nebraska football with a new head coach. Gear up for the season with 93.7 The Ticket's coverage of Big Ten Media Days. Live from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis on July 26th and 27th. Jay Foreman, Amon Green, Vershawn Jackson, Terrell Farley, Derek Pearson, Steve Sipple, and Jake Sorensen will be in Indy for our shows on Wednesday and Thursday. Coverage of Big Ten Media Days is brought to you by Ben Bleicher of Professional Realty Group of BHHS Ambassador Real Estate, Gary Michaels Clothiers, Warhorse Gaming, A1 Automotive, and the 1890 Initiative.
Are you tired of living in pain? It's time to take control. At Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, we're your one-stop shop for expert care in Lincoln. From broken bones to complex reconstruction, our skilled team will help you get back on track. Visit prairieortho.com today and discover why we're the trusted choice for thousands of patients. Don't let pain hold you back. Take the first step towards a better, pain-free life with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, where healing begins. Call 402-489-4700.
Attention all Wings fans. 89-cent wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1.50 tall boys in Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all day on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today and make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings.
If you're an electrician, we've got a career for you. It's a career with employer-paid health care and retirement benefits. Join the IBEW Local 265 family and work for one of our NECA contractors. Come to our job fair on August the 3rd from 4 to 8 p.m. at the Holiday Inn, 2500 Tamarind Ridge Road in Southwest Lincoln. For more information, call Mike Murray at 402-875-1034. That's 402-875-1034.
Need service on your home air conditioner? Call the company Lincoln has counted on since 1952, Bryant Air Conditioning and Heating. No matter what brand you have, when you need service, you want Bryant's experienced pros working for you. Friendly NATE certified technicians with the tools, training, and technology to restore your comfort quickly. No matter what brand, when you need service, just call Bryant. 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Gray Diesel and Equipment Services is hiring and seeking motivated applicants. Gray offers a second-to-none benefit package that includes health, dental, vision, 401k, paid vacation, and paid holidays. They offer great pay and tuition reimbursement or a tool purchase program for qualified candidates. It's a fun, friendly team with lots of variety and work assignments, so there's something for everybody. View and apply for their job openings today at grayusa.com or visit them in person just off I-80 and North 56th Street. Come be a part of the Gray difference.
Too many people believe that chronic pain, allergies, or illness are permanent and something you're stuck with. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness has been proving that narrative wrong for 29 years and changing lives for the better in the process. Their team is trained in the newest, most advanced pain-relieving techniques and ways to deal with toxins, allergies, pollution, and emotion that make you ill. Call today for a free consultation at 531-254-5695 or go to novotnynutritionandwellness.com. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness, located at 7th and Superior.
Getting experience to jumpstart a meaningful career can be difficult, and education can cost a fortune. Luckily, AmeriCorps can be the solution. With AmeriCorps, you'll earn a stipend and education award while helping people. Plus, you'll gain professional skills and make connections to help you build your career. If you're ready to start a career you can be proud of, visit serve.nebraska.gov/service to find a program for you. Paid for by Serve Nebraska, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
This is 93.7 The Ticket.
Look at you, sure. Look at you, sure. I'm the captain now.
Three-time national champion Vershawn Jackson.
Touchdown. Vershawn Jackson, number 34, gets the touchdown. Terrell Farley, defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror. Number 43.
And Jake Bakovic.
I've talked to a few cats. They said that Bach got some game, man.
Coming at you live from the Coppels Chevrolet GMC studios in the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer. Here he is, Vershawn Jackson.
Yeah. Welcome back to the Ticket 93.7. We're powered by Bauer. Shout out to the Bauer guys out there, Big Slim and the guys out there working hard today. You know, the weather been great for y'all the last couple of days. So we're on another subject. So we want to hit this one. You know, we all talk about, let's see how we say this, how I should say this.
How do you want to say this?
We always talk about football coaches and how they're ranked. We all know that the top two coaches are Nick Saban and
Kirby Smart.
Easily. We can take a vote for 3 or 4, but you know, I want to throw some names. I want y'all to give me some names out there. Who are the rest of the coaches?
If you had to start a team today and you couldn't pick Nick Saban or Kirby Smart, who would you? And you know what? I'm going to throw another one out there. You can't choose Dabo Sweeney either, because I know a lot of people want to choose those. Those are probably your top 3, if not, 3 of the top 5. If you had to start a team today and you had to choose a head coach, you can't choose Saban, you can't choose Smart, you can't choose Sweeney. Who are you? All of them start with an S. Who are you going to choose? That's the question today. Who are you going to start your team with? Who would you start your team with, Blackshirt?
Me?
What coach do you start your team with?
I would want a young coach that could relate to players.
Mm-hmm. See, I'm in a pickle because I'm stuck between a young coach and an old coach.
I have 2 I will go between.
Okay.
Either Lincoln Riley
or
Marcus Freeman.
See, I'm between Lincoln Riley and Kyle Whittingham. Head coach at Utah. He's on the older side, so you're not going to get a lot. If we're starting it today, you're not going to get a lot of years out of him. I guess I don't know exactly how long he's planning on staying around and coaching. But to me, he is one of the best coaches in college football just because of what he's been able to do with that Utah program and keeping them relevant through all these years, especially moving from the Mountain West to the Pac-12 and competing in the Pac-12 year after year. They're one of those teams that always flies under the radar and unfortunately is always one loss away from not making the playoff at all. Like they're a team that you have a lot of teams that can lose a game and still make the playoff. Utah and Kyle Whittingham are a team that if they lose a game, they're out of the playoff entirely, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And they beat USC twice last year.
Yeah, they did. The text line is going crazy right now. Somebody 2526 says Frost. I'm not hiring him. Who else? Scraper says someone that has a last name
starting with an S for sure. I mean, that's what it looks like. Saban, Smart, Sweeney. Yeah. Those are probably the top 3.
Yeah. Who else?
LSU's coach from Notre Dame, Brian Kelly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brian
Not Chip Kelly. He's at UCLA. Brian Kelly.
Some Lincoln Riley's. We got. Who else we got?
Bubba says Matt Rule. I think Matt Rule. Hold on. Wait a minute. I hope Matt Rule will do a great job here and turn this Nebraska program around. But if I'm starting a team today, well, obviously not today because you don't have that much longer for the season starts. If I'm starting a team in the offseason and going until the regular season, the coach that I want to have, unfortunately, would not be Matt Rule. He'd be pretty far down the list of coaches that I'm thinking of starting my team with.
Yeah.
And of course, somebody says Urban Meyer.
Tom Osborne.
James.
James.
You think he's still got it in him? You think he'd go out there and lead a team?
Nah.
So if he didn't have to do all of the recruiting and stuff, he's just calling plays and running practices, you think he could still do it?
No.
So this is a lot.
Yeah,
It's just physically demanding.
It is. James and Lincoln says Kyle Whittingham, but he's older.
See, me and James are on the right page. Same page.
Urban Myers.
I mean, yeah.
Augie.
Current coach. You can't. Nobody that is not currently coaching. Current coaches in college football. Who are you taking?
Augie says Harbaugh.
That's a popular one.
Oscar P says Lance
Leipold.
Leipold.
He's the coach at Kansas.
Yeah. Somebody said, who else? What's that next one?
Coach Klein.
Yeah.
From K-State.
Yeah.
Now, so Leipold and Klein, I get because they seem like really good coaches. They seem like they're going to do some really big things.
The coach from the Water Boy.
Okay. No. But if you're going with Colin Klein? No, that's the quarterback's coach at Kansas State. Who is Kansas State's head coach? I just forgot his name, and he's a really good coach. Now I have to look it up real fast. Oh, give me a second. Yeah, Kleiman. That's what it was, not Klein. Kleiman, Chris Kleiman.
Yeah.
From North Dakota State. I think he won 2 or 3 national championships up there before accepting the job at Kansas State. It seems like he's turned that program around and will be probably close to, if not at the top of the Big 12 for years to come if they can continue doing what they're doing, especially after Texas and Oklahoma leave, even though they already beat Texas and probably already beat Oklahoma, probably should have beaten Texas. But again, if I'm starting a team today, I'm not going to choose Leipold. I'm not going to choose Kleiman. But for the long haul, if I'm rebuilding a team, I think Leipold or Kleiman would be pretty solid choices.
Yeah, I probably would go with on this page I got, they give you 4 choices. So they give you Dabo, Jim Harbaugh, Lincoln Riley, or Sonny Dykes.
If I had to choose one of those,
yeah, I probably go with Lincoln.
Who
Riley.
are they? Lincoln, Dabo, Harbaugh, and Sonny.
Yeah,
I think I'd go Harbaugh. I don't know. Dabo turned, so Clemson wasn't a power when he took over. He was taking over. Remember, he was the wide receivers coach.
In the 80s, they was a
They
power.
were, but when he took over, he was a wide receivers coach, lost his first game as the interim coach in the bowl game to Bo Pelini and Nebraska. And then you've seen what he's done with Clemson. So he was able to take not a bottom feeding team, but like a middle of the road team and turn them into a national power. Harbaugh at Michigan. Michigan's always been, right up there. They weren't, the cream of the crop when he took over, but they weren't, a bottom feeder. And I still wouldn't call them middle of the road. They were just they weren't great. They were solid. They weren't great. Sonny Dykes is a good one, but we've seen what he did at Cal, I believe, and it wasn't. He has one good year at TCU right now. We have to see if he can do it again. We saw we kind of got tricked by Tom Allen at Indiana with one good year. Now he's on the hot seat, and if he doesn't pick it up, he's probably going to be fired. So we'll have to see what Sonny Dykes can do there.
James Franklin,
and then
he's a good coach.
I do like James Franklin from
what
was it from Vanderbilt to Penn State?
Yeah.
Took over Penn State after Bill O'Brien, who took over after the whole Sandusky Paterno thing. Well, Sandusky scandal and Paterno getting fired. Bill O'Brien was there for 2-3 years before he went to Houston, and then James Franklin's
was it Dabo? Isn't he a Nick Saban guy?
I don't think so. He played for Alabama back when he was in college.
Yeah,
but that was before Saban was the coach.
I'm thinking, did he coach with Saban anywhere? Because I hear if Nick Saban does retire, they say Dabo Swinney will get the job, though. I mean, that's been said.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's an Alabama alumni.
Yeah.
He played, I don't want to say he was a walk-on, but he played football at Alabama.
Yeah. That's a good. I mean, see, that's what people don't understand when we talked about Matt Rule the other day. If like
So he's never coached with Nick Saban.
Okay.
Heading into the 2007 season, Sweeney had the chance to return home to Alabama and rejoin the Tides coaching staff, but he didn't. Interesting.
Yeah, and that's the thing when I tell people, like, coaches would rather go back and coach at their school instead of have to deal with another school that
he played for Alabama. He was a wide receiver from 90 to 92, and then immediately was a grad assistant from 93 to 95, wide receiver, tight end coach 96, tight end coach 97, wide receiver coach 98 to 2000, and then he did something from 2000 to 2003. It doesn't have it on here. He did not coach. Instead, worked for AIG Baker Real Estate on development projects in Alabama. And then in 2003, he went to Clemson as a wide receivers coach till 2006, 2007, the associate head coach, wide receivers coach, 2008 interim head coach, and took over 2009 until today. Well, until he decides to leave Clemson.
7148 says, I understand that recruiting is a big part of coaching, and I'm not dismissing their coaching abilities, but I could win 9 games at Georgia, Alabama with the talent they have.
I don't know. I feel like it's a lot of not just the recruiting, but managing. And this is kind of like where it comes into focus in the NFL. It's managing egos, because all of these guys at Georgia and Alabama are the dude. And I understand in college football, a lot of the guys, if not all of the guys that you recruit and get on your team, were the dudes in high school on their teams. But Alabama and Georgia get the dudes in the nation. Like, they get the guys who know that they're the spit and know that they have a really good chance of making it to the NFL. So in those first year or 2 years, you got to let them know, hey, you may be that guy, but right now we have, 2 guys in front of you. You still need to work. You can't rely on your God-given ability to kind of cruise by.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of managing egos and managing emotions.
What I was trying to explain yesterday to the captain when we was talking about the wide receivers. Now, I ran across that freshman from South Carolina.
Nick Harbor?
Yes. And this is the only reason I said I would play this guy right here, because of his size.
I think he's a tight end.
Yeah, and this guy, he's a true freshman. Position, they got him at wide receiver. But he's 6'5", 241, runs the 100 and 10-2, and runs the 40 in a 4.3. Now, that guy, body-wise, he's ready to play. Only thing you have to get ready is his mind.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the thing I tell you. That's the thing I tell you. Like, some guys are built to play as freshmen. Some guys aren't. Some guys got to develop. Some guys got to get stronger. And that's the thing. That's my concern about Malachi, is he strong enough? Is he strong enough to get off the line from a bump and run?
Mm-hmm.
Is the coach gonna do one-on-ones with him after practice for him to get to that level? See, if it was me, I mean, we have enough wide receivers right now. I'll redshirt all the freshmen. I would. I think
unless they truly show you that they can, they can do it.
Yeah, not just in practice, but in scrimmages.
I think there's going to be 2 freshmen that play. I don't know who, but I think there's going to be 2.
Yeah, well, Malachi might be one, but I'd rather you show me, because me seeing this freshman right here, that's a freshman I play.
This is different.
Yeah.
All right, 6'5", 225 as an incoming freshman. You got to think South Carolina is going to put some muscle on him, but he's already got the speed. Goodness gracious, his 60 and his 100 times are just ridiculous for a guy that's that big. You shouldn't be able to run as fast as this kid at that size.
Yeah, 6'5", 241, running a 10-2. Oh my God! And I can tell you who a guy was that big. You have to look this guy up. Look up Marcus Robinson, South Carolina receiver, played for the Chicago Bears. I played against him in high school, and he was like a 10-something in high school, like a 10-2, 10-3. And I ran his leg in the 400, 4x1. And I was waiting. You know how you running?
So he was 6'3", 213 pounds, ran the 40 and 4.4, vertical jump 37 inches, broad jump 10 feet.
You should see his 100 time in high school.
Goodness gracious. Yeah, it doesn't have his. He attended Peach County in
County.
Fort Valley, where he started in football and track. In football, he won All-American. In track, he won regional titles on the 100 and 200-meter dashes. Dang.
Yeah, they was in our region.
Dang, he's pretty good in the NFL, too.
Yeah.
His second year in the NFL, his first year only had 5 catches, had a touchdown. But his second year, 84 catches, 1,400 yards, and 9 touchdowns. 1999.
Just
Chicago
hey,
Bears.
him and Jaquez Green on the same team. Now Jaquez played for Tampa Bay. He played for the University of Florida, but like I said, that was a talented team. And guess what they ran?
What?
They ran the option.
Of course they did.
Yeah.
Of course they did. Why wouldn't you? Honestly, if you didn't run the option, I would make fun of you.
Yeah.
Like, how could you not do that? We're a little over time.
All right.
But we're having fun.
Take us
They're
out.
comparing Nick Harbor to Kyle Pitts. If that's your comparison, that's a pretty good comparison.
Yeah.
That's a pretty solid comparison for a freshman.
Or the big one, who Darnell Washington.
I think he's going to be faster than Darnell, but about that. Darnell weighs more.
6'7". He's 6'7", ain't he?
I think so. Yeah. Darnell's huge.
Yeah.
But Kyle Pitts, I think that's a pretty solid comparison there. Ran the 220.7. Goodness gracious.
Yeah.
All right. You're listening to the Captain 93.7 The Tickets. The Blackshirt. It's Rico. We'll take you through the next couple of minutes before we hand it off to Nick and myself for the water cooler. You'll be just keep on listening.
Are you tired of living in pain? It's time to take control. At Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, we're your one-stop shop for expert care in Lincoln. From broken bones to complex reconstruction, our skilled team will help you get back on track. Visit prairieortho.com today and discover why we're the trusted choice for thousands of patients. Don't let pain hold you back. Take the first step towards a better, pain-free life with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, where healing begins. Call 402-489-4700.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill. Open for lunch and dinner at 10th and P or at 1501 Center Park Road.
The wait is almost over. The Guardians of Freedom Air Show is the hottest event in the area. Coming to Lincoln's Air Park on Saturday, August 26th and Sunday, August 27th. Elevate your air show experience with tickets to the premium seating tent, padded seats, meals, and more for just $125. Premium tickets are going fast, so buy yours today. To purchase premium tickets and for more information, visit LincolnAirShow.com. We'll see you at the Guardians of Freedom Air Show in late August.
Attention all Wings fans. 89-cent wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1.50 tall boys in Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all day on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today and make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs. Register to win one of 4 $500 gift certificates from Graham Tire Company of Lincoln during their anniversary sale going on now. Instant rebates on Goodyear, Kumho, Hankook, and Nokian tires. Additional mail-in rebates on select Goodyear tires. Double your mail-in rebate when you use your Goodyear card. That's up to $260 savings on 4 select tires. Hurry in for the savings and your chance to win a $500 gift certificate given away to 4 lucky local winners. Graham Tire and Auto Service, getting you to the places that matter most.
If you're an electrician, we've got a career for you. It's a career with employer-paid health care and retirement benefits. Join the IBEW Local 265 family and work for one of our NECA contractors. Come to our job fair on August 3rd from 4 to 8 p.m. at the Holiday Inn, 2500 Tamarind Ridge Road in Southwest Lincoln. For more information, call Mike Murray at 402-875-1034. That's 402-875-1034.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
It's a new era for Nebraska football with a new head coach. Gear up for the season with 93.7 The Ticket's coverage of Big Ten Media Days. Live from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis on July 26th and 27th. Jay Foreman, Amon Green, Vershawn Jackson, Terrell Farley, Derek Pearson, Steve Sipple, and Jake Sorensen will be in Indy for our shows on Wednesday and Thursday. Coverage of Big Ten Media Days is brought to you by Ben Bleicher of Professional Realty Group of BHHS Ambassador Real Estate, Gary Michaels Clothiers, Warhorse Gaming, A1 Automotive, and the 1890 Initiative.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. It doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Hey guys, Jake Sorensen here from Early Break. The garage door at our house has been needing replacement for a couple years, and a few months ago, we finally did something about it. Steve's Garage Doors and Services was great through the whole process in providing options and also going to the next level to get a door that was approved by our HOA. And best of all, the removal of the old door and installation of the new door was done smoothly with no issues. Call Steve's Garage Doors and Services today at 402-480-9462. Gray Diesel and Equipment Services is hiring and seeking motivated applicants. Gray offers a second-to-none benefit package that includes health, dental, vision, 401k, paid vacation, and paid holidays. They offer great pay and tuition reimbursement or a tool purchase program for qualified candidates. It's a fun, friendly team with lots of variety and work assignments, so there's something for everybody. View and apply for their job openings today at grayusa.com or visit them in person just off I-80 and North 56th Street. Come be a part of the Gray difference.
Back with Vershawn Jackson, powered by Bauer, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to the captain. It's the Blackshirt, and it's Rico.
Yeah. Hey, play my song, Rico. Let's get live.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
I don't give the people what they want.
You want it right now?
Yeah. We ain't got one more take, do we? We'll do it the next take.
We got okay. Yeah, we'll do the next one.
Do it
okay, we'll do it the next one.
All right. So we're back at the Ticket, 97 point.
93.7.
93.7. I be watching too much TV, man. I got so many things on my mind. And you know, this it comes from working overnight, Rico.
I bet.
Like last night I started at 10:30. 10:50 really. And guess what time I finished? 8:50.
Nope, not a fan of that.
Not a fan of
Not a fan of that.
Not a fan of cleaning overnight, you know.
Was that one building?
No.
Multiple buildings?
Several. 7.
7 buildings.
Tonight I have 8.
Sir. When do you sleep?
I sleep.
Do you sleep after you leave here? After you get some COD in?
I do play like yesterday. I played like three games of COD. I probably went to bed around about 3:00. But okay. I got up kind of early last night, though. I got up like 8.
You went to sleep. I was still working here trying to get things done so I could go home and rest.
So
I
got so tired yesterday that around about 3:05.
Yeah.
I had to take a 5-hour energy drink. and that kind of woke me up.
Like 3:05 in the morning?
Yeah, like 3:05. I stopped at a store. I was on 27th and Superior. I stopped at the U stop to get me a. I wanted a. The lady said, "Yeah, I got that peach Slurpee. You like?" I was like, "Nah, I'm kind of tired. I need something to jack me up." So I got me a Coke.
Yeah.
A 44-ounce Coke
Okay.
in a 5-hour energy drink.
You could have got the Slurpee and poured the 5-hour energy in the Slurpee.
Well, they do have this energy drink Slurpee that they
Yeah.
have.
Have you tried that?
I drink them all the time, but it's not like that 5-hour.
It does. Well, that's what I'm saying. Just take the 5-hour and just pour it in the Slurpee. Maybe you get 2 of them.
Well, no,
and pour it in there, so then you'll be awake for 10 hours.
Well, you got to drink that 5-hour like a shot.
They don't taste good.
I know it was blueberry.
Was it good?
I don't know. I just drank it. I was trying to wake myself up, but yeah, it's rough at night, man. But it feels good because I get to think a lot, and I get to have my own fun. And I listen to my music. I listen to a lot of old music at night, like a really lot. Like
what do you mean?
I listen to Cameo. Which you probably don't know.
No, you're going to say these things I'm not going to know.
Well, Cameo.
But I know the people listening will know.
Well, I listen to Cameo.
I know DP would know.
I listen to Michael Jackson.
I know that.
I was listening to Marvin Gaye.
I know that.
Teddy Pendergrass.
I know of that. I'm sure I've heard
the Gap Band.
Nope, you got lost.
Yeah, and then I cranked it up for a minute. I had to get crunk.
Oh yeah,
at certain stops. My long ones, I have to listen to rap. My short ones, I can listen to
whatever.
Yeah, my 15-minute buildings, because I have 3 buildings that take me like 15 minutes a piece. So I can really run through them and listen
Just
to
get
my
through stuff.
Yeah, but when I put it on. I love a Boogie with a Hoodie.
He's coming to Lincoln.
He is.
He is.
Oh man, I gotta see him. That guy right there is one of the
you got to tell. So I know of him, but you have to tell Jake about, because Jake was like, I don't even know, like, who have you even heard of a Boogie with a Hoodie? I was like, yeah, I have.
Yeah.
He's like, that doesn't even sound like a real person.
I started listening to this guy probably about 5 years ago. He is really a talented young man. He has a lot of tracks. He does stuff with Kodak Black, and he has a lot of good songs though. But he is a New York guy.
He's coming to Lincoln October 5th.
Oh man, I can't wait for that. I'm gonna have to look at how much the tickets are.
I'm looking it up for you right now.
Yeah, you think I can get a birthday present from you?
Not from me, no.
Oh man. Oh, Rico, come on.
I might be able to. I'll go in on somebody. It's me and somebody else will get you tickets.
What about that red velvet?
How close do you want to be?
I want to be real close.
Okay, then that might be a problem.
How much is that?
Actually,
don't say over $100.
It actually might not be that bad. Is it just going to be you?
It might.
$185, row 1, on the floor.
No, I'm not paying $185. I listen to them on my Spotify.
They're expecting a sellout. Okay, if you want to be, on the 100 level, this is a PBA, $85.
$85.
If you're good with being 200 level, there's one 200 level area left, 214, $68. You want to be 300 level? You want to be all the way up there?
No, that's too far. That's like looking at ants on the.
Whoa, wait a
minute.
minute. Why is this more? Why are the 300 level more expensive? Hold on.
How much are those?
$143. What in the world? Why is 300 more expensive than? Well, I am on a different, I'm on ticketsonsale.com, which seems like a fake site.
Look.
So if I look at a different place, they might be different prices. But I mean, $185 for floor seats, row 1, like you're gonna be right in front of the stage, doesn't seem that bad.
Yeah, that's good. Well, here's Notorious B.I.B. said, how about a little Lost My Baby with just you and Rico Blackshirt might piss off VJ. I don't think it could piss VJ off because I made that song up. He's just a background singer, and you see how they got rid of what was the guy from the Temptations that got.
You don't ask me.
Leon, what was his name?
His DP
when he got kicked off. But backup singers come Diamond does. You can get them anywhere. I can use Bach and Rico, and it's still the same. It's still the same. Sound the same.
Well, I do a great job. So,
don't flatter.
so watch out.
Don't flatter yourself.
I'm one of the
Rico.
best backup singers that you've ever had. All right.
So,
all right, Mister.
Yeah. So, PPF came up with a 2023 preseason All Big Ten team. As you know, we have no Huskers on there.
Do you want to? So we're up against it. Do you want to take a break and then get to that?
Yeah, we'll do that on the last segment after we sing "Lost My Baby."
Yeah, we can do that. All right, we'll be right back. Lost My Baby in a Pool Game coming up next on the Captain, the Blackshirt, and Rico. Stay tuned. Tell all your friends. The best song in Lincoln coming up next.
It's a new era for Nebraska football with a new head coach. Gear up for the season with 93.7 The Ticket's coverage of Big Ten Media Days. Live from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis on July 26th and 27th. Jay Foreman, Amon Green, Vershawn Jackson, Terrell Farley, Derek Pearson, Steve Sipple, and Jake Sorensen will be in Indy for our shows on Wednesday and Thursday. Coverage of Big Ten Media Days is brought to you by Ben Bleicher of Professional Realty Group of BHHS Ambassador Real Estate, Gary Michaels Clothiers, Warhorse Gaming, A1 Automotive, and the 1890 Initiative.
Ready to upgrade your combine with new technology to make your harvest more efficient, meaning more money in your pocket? The team at Landmark Implement is here to help find the right combine for harvest. Plus, when you purchase a pre-owned combine from Landmark, you are backed by Landmark's extensive parts and service network, along with mobile techs and parts drop-off points to keep you up and running, reducing downtime. View inventory online at landmarkimp.com or stop by your local Landmark to experience the Landmark difference.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see areas of fog and probably sunny skies this morning. We'll see in the afternoon storm chance. Forecast, we'll see a high around 86. Tonight, we'll see a chance of storms early and mostly cloudy skies, a low around 66. And tomorrow, we'll see mostly sunny skies throughout most of the day. We'll see a high around 87. Meteorologist Kyle Pucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You've driven by GE Landscape Supply countless times, likely without even knowing, at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. Now it's time to stop in. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. They sell in bulk to save you money, and you can buy anything from a 5-gallon bucket to a semi-load. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to GELandscapeSupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
Too many people believe that chronic pain, allergies, or illness are permanent and something you're stuck with. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness has been proving that narrative wrong for 29 years and changing lives for the better in the process. Their team is trained in the newest, most advanced pain-relieving techniques and ways to deal with toxins, allergies, pollution, and emotion that make you ill. Call today for a free consultation at 531-254-5695 or go to novotnynutritionandwellness.com. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness, located at 7th and Superior.
Register to win one of 4 $500 gift certificates from Graham Tire Company of Lincoln during their anniversary sale going on now. Instant rebates on Goodyear, Kumho, Hankook, and Nokian tires. Additional mail-in rebates on select Goodyear tires. Double your mail-in rebate when you use your Goodyear card. That's up to $260 on 4 select tires. Hurry in for the savings and your chance to win a $500 gift certificate. Given away to 4 lucky winners. Tire and Auto Service are the places that matter most.
Attention all Wings fans. 89-cent wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1.50 Tall Boys in Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all day on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today and make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Than that, so call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934. 8934 HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Doren. God bless you.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Hey guys, Jake Sorensen here from Early Break. The garage door at our house has been needing replacement for a couple years, and a few months ago, we finally did something about it. Steve's Garage Doors and Services was great through the whole process in providing options and also going to the next level to get a door that was approved by our HOA. And best of all, the removal of the old door and installation of the new door was done smoothly with no issues. Call Steve's Garage Doors and Services today at 402-480-9462.
Are you tired of living in pain? It's time to take control. At Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, we're your one-stop shop for expert care in Lincoln. From broken bones to complex reconstruction, our skilled team will help you get back on track. Visit prairieortho.com today and discover why we're the trusted choice for thousands of patients. Don't let pain hold you back. Take the first step towards a better, pain-free life with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, where healing begins. Call 402-489-4700.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back.
Sure.
Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SauterHeyman.com.
Back with Vershawn Jackson, powered by Bauer on 93.7 FM.
Lost my baby in a pool game.
Lost his baby.
Lost my baby in a pool game, and I know.
He knows.
And I can't go home.
No, he can't go home.
I said, I know, I can't go home. Lost my baby in a pool game. Lost my baby in a pool game, and I know. And I can't go home.
He can't go home.
I said, I know, I can't go home. Lost my baby in a pool game.
He lost his baby.
Lost my baby in a pool game. Lost my baby in a pool game, and I know I just can't go home.
Yeah! It was a pleasure to be in here for that.
Yeah.
For the first time.
Hey,
sounds better in person
it
than
sounds
over
better.
the air even.
Yeah, you got to understand the soul I put in that. You know, it's a lot of soul I put in it because I listen to a lot of music, and you know, you should hear my voice when I sing while I'm cleaning. I don't think it's the best.
Can you just imagine it? Just you're walking in a building and you think it's empty and he's cleaning it and you just hear singing down the hallway.
Well, I do have a lady that comes in the building around about 4:45 at Honda, and I think she probably done caught me a couple of times.
She should record you singing.
I used to dance too when I clean, but it's kind of hard to control the rolling garbage can when you're kind of rolling a
You're
trash
all over
can.
the place.
Yeah, you don't want the trash can to fall over.
No.
I done had that happen plenty of times.
I did that at Target. I had to take the trash out of being the cart pusher, so I had to take the trash and all that. And one time it was after Starbucks had their big old sales and their, you know, all these deals. So there's a bunch of cups in the trash can, a bunch of liquid spilled out, and I'm rolling the trash can and I slipped on something. Trash can falls over and just all the mixed liquid. Just the
So I got a
worst.
question for you guys. You know, we never talked about it on the Captain Show because obviously we be overruled sometime. But what's the story with Saquon Barkley? I know he missed the deadline.
He didn't miss the deadline.
Well,
He
the
just
Giants-
didn't want to sign
Yeah.
it because he thinks he should get paid more than what the Giants are offering because he knows his worth to the New York Giants, but they don't want to pay him because they don't want to give him a long-term contract, because if he gets hurt or whatever, then they'll still be out of money. But the problem is, we've seen the Giants without Saquon. They're not very good. So, and this has been happening with a lot of running backs. You've seen, I think there was something that I read yesterday where all the running backs, or at least the star running backs in the league, started like a group chat. So they're all like in a group chat talking about what their options are and what they can do. Derrick Henry, one of the best running backs in the league, said you might as well take the running back position out of the NFL now if you're not going to pay these guys. So it's going to get really interesting this season, see how many star running backs actually play.
Yeah. That's what's crazy is, so I mean, Daniel Jones asked for how much? It was close to like 40 mil, wasn't it? Wasn't Daniel Jones asked for like 40 mil? Either way, some insane number. And the Giants ended up paying somewhat close to that for Daniel Jones. But as we've seen through Saquon Barkley's torn ACLs and injuries, that Daniel Jones isn't nearly the Daniel Jones with Saquon Barkley as he is without Saquon Barkley.
Yeah.
And you can get Darren Waller, you can draft Jalen Hyatt, you can whatever you want. Wan'Dale Robinson is in there as well. But we've also seen what that Giants offense looks like with Saquon, and it's quite a bit better than it is without
Daniel
Saquon.
Jones signed a 4-year, $160 million
$40 million
contract. So he gets 35 and a half next. So this coming season, he gets 9.5. But the season after, 35 and a half, and then 30, and then 46 and a half in 2026, before the year before he becomes an unrestricted free agent.
As a quarterback, would you take less to keep your star running back, Nick?
Yes, but understanding that this is the quarterback era right now where quarterbacks are getting paid astronomical amounts.
So if I was Daniel Jane Jones, which he signed for 140, okay, let's do it like this. Give me 125, coach, and help. Let's bring this guy back. 125 is great. That's great money.
Plus, you're a quarterback. You're going to play longer.
Yeah,
if you're good.
Yeah, if you're good.
Without Saquon Barkley, the Giants are 9-13 right now, so far without Saquon Barkley, averaging 1 touchdown per game.
So
they're very bad.
Let's read this text right quick. I want to see what it says. 4219. So let me get this straight. He bets his wife as the prize for winning a pool game and lost. You could say that.
Kinda.
He lost his baby in a pool game.
Yes and no.
The garbologist said they just really need to change the rookie pay scale just for running backs only, and take care of those guys because of their body.
That's what I wonder. What is the outcome of this? As we know, owners of any professional organization or franchise, they're so dead set in their ways, and they don't like being told that they need to spend money to pay players, and we know that. And so I'm curious on what the running backs coming out on social media and having that text group chat where it's like Derrick Henry, Austin Eckler, and Saquon, among others, are all
Christian McCaffrey.
are all furious because they're not getting paid. And I understand it, but do they just think that all of a sudden the owners are going to fold and pay rightfully so? I don't know what the outcome of this is, or also what the timeline of a potential outcome is. I don't know how long this could take to sort it all out, so where they're getting paid close to what quarterbacks are, if half.
The problem is you've seen enough teams have decent enough success with not star running backs. I mean, we talked about it the other day with the Chiefs. They found Isaiah Pacheco in the 7th round, and they have their first round running back in Clyde Edwards-Helaire, who's just sitting there, not able to play because of an injury, and now wondering if he's even going to get a chance to be the starting running back again. You had James Conner, after Le'Veon Bell went down a few years ago with the Steelers, step in and became one of the better running backs in the league. The New England Patriots have been doing this for years, where they just get a stable of running backs. They're not going to pay one running back a boatload of money. They're going to get a bunch of running backs, pay them a decent amount, and keep things going. So you've seen Tony Pollard just takes the job away from Ezekiel Elliott.
Is that's what's wild. I mean, we listed a lot of the running backs the last few days when we've been talking about this. The Austin Eckler that was drafted late. You have obviously Philip Lindsay, who had a couple years in Denver, who was an undrafted free agent. As you mentioned, Ramondre Stevenson, James White, Rex Burkhead, that trio that's been over time. You have Devin Singletary and Zach Moss in Buffalo. You have Tony Pollard. You have Isaiah Pacheco. You have so many of these guys.
I mean, the Patriots took Damian Harris in like the 4th round.
Yes.
Now he signed a big deal with the Bills to join those 2 running backs that you just mentioned.
Devin Singletary and Zach Moss.
Yeah.
But it's like, what's crazy is we saw it like in Dallas. Obviously, there are a couple other things that Zeke either did on or off the field that warranted this, but there were a lot of fumble. He had that stretch where he was fumbling worse than any other running back in the league. And then here comes Tony Pollard, goes, hey, I'm a little quicker, I'm a little shiftier of a back, and I can hold on to the ball, do something that the starter cannot. And so then he started getting more of the carries, and Zeke started fading away. But now it's like Tony Pollard got hurt, and the moment that a running back gets hurt,
it's next man up.
It's next man up, and you don't know from an organization standpoint if you can trust that previous guy to stay healthy. We've seen it obviously with Saquon is a good example there. Josh Jacobs is an example there.
There's led the league in rushing 2 years.
There's just so many. Organizations just get so scared and gun shy when a running back suffers an injury that they're like, you know what, we're going to take a chance on this guy that we drafted in the 6th round last year.
Yeah, because the playing,
and he's also cheaper.
The playing span for running backs is what, 5 years?
Till about 29 years old.
Yeah.
29 is really the if you're past 29, like, good luck.
And then the thing is, you're looking for a good running back coming out of college, but if that running back runs too much, then you're very wary of Jonathan Taylor is the outlier, where Wisconsin ran him every single game, multiple 25 to 35 times a game, still gets taken in the first round by the Colts.
Jonathan Taylor got taken second round
by the Colts. And, it's one of those things where does he have enough tread on his tires? His rookie year, he goes out and just has a miraculous season. You're like, oh, okay, this is going to be a dude for the Indianapolis Colts. And then
second round, 41st overall.
Second year, I don't remember if he had a good year or if he got hurt or something. I don't remember exactly what happened, but it's one of those guys where you're like, okay, well, he ran a lot in college, but how do you determine who a good running back is unless they run a lot in college?
Let me tell you this. Okay, so that's what makes we talked about Terrell. We've talked about how deep the Big Ten is in running backs right now. And Michigan has 2 of them, Blake Corum and Donovan Edwards. Okay. A lot of people know Blake Corum, but not a whole lot of people know that Donovan Edwards is a very, very intriguing NFL draft prospect. And he only had 140 carries. He's only had 175 carries in his entire college career.
That is a very light
and he's once again going to be doing this like dual running back room, probably taking a little bit more of a back seat role to Blake Corum, who's a Heisman contender going into the 2023 year for Michigan. And so if you're an NFL team, you're sitting there going, okay, do we take a chance on Blake Corum where he's probably projected first, maybe second round? Or do we see if we can get a Donovan Edwards in the 3rd round, pay significantly less for a guy that has a lot less miles on those legs?
You're right, because there's 28 teams, and one of those teams going to pull the trigger like that.
100%.
They're going to let Crom go first and then get that young man. Now, I seen this young guy play last year, and he's a great young man.
Yeah.
And the thing is that what I really like is how Michigan was able to keep both of those players instead of one saying, oh, man, I'm not getting the ball like I should, man. Let me hit the portal. And them the type of players you want on your team who sacrifices playing time to stay with a winning team.
Because you saw Blake Corum go down towards the end of the season. Donovan Edwards steps in. They don't miss a beat.
They don't miss a beat. Keeps going and going like an Energizer battery. Keep going and going and going. And that's what Nebraska need to learn something. Once you get depth, and you get a lot of depth,
you're good.
You're good. And here's my thing. When we touch on linebackers later this week, my one thing I'm going to say about linebackers, Henrich and Reimer, they need to play middle. There's only one middle position, but you make both of them co-number ones. You know why? Because we did it like that. 1 year, 2 years. I watched Phil Ellis and I watched Doug Coleman switch in and out. I watched my next year, my senior year, I watched Jay Foreman and John Hess switch in and out because that's a great tandem. You learn how to play with both of those guys. You know, any team that's got depth like that, you always learn how to play with another guy.
And you keep them fresh.
So here's just some statistics and numbers on this year's NFL draft. And obviously it's going to fluctuate with the running back talent and pool and potential draftees. 3 running backs were selected in the first 71 picks. And a total of 18 running backs were selected in this year's draft.
Well, I know where the first one went.
First one?
Yeah, he went to the Atlanta Falcons.
That's right. Bijan Robinson. Yes. Bijan went number 8. Detroit took Jahmyr Gibbs from Bama at number 12. And Zach Charbonnet from UCLA went 52nd overall. So through picks 71 through how many picks overall are there in the NFL? 200 some. In 71 of the 200 and some, 15 running backs got picked, while in the first 71 picks, only 3 running backs got picked. It just shows you that when you're looking at running backs, especially in the NFL draft, it's definitely backloaded towards the later rounds because teams are okay taking maybe a little bit of a gamble at them.
All right. It's my time of day. It's time for Call of Duty. Like he said on the text line, listening to Cameo.
A little COD and then a nap.
Yes, nap. DP fed me, so I'm happy.
Yeah, that's true.
Fat and happy? I mean, not fat.
Not fat, but I gained a couple of.
That's right. You can stand to gain a couple.
I know.
You're fine.
Look, you'll take your 5 million steps tonight while you're working.
Well, I have 25,000 right now already, and I'm gonna
look at
add on to that.
This dude is ridiculous.
How about that, Terrell? Nice job.
Yeah, don't pay to be sexy, Nate.
It doesn't?
Yeah, I'm gonna change my.
All right, good. Good thing I'm getting paid. If I'm getting paid, it must not be sexy.
I'm gonna change my nickname to the Sexy Blackshirt.
Okay.
Is that a thing?
Sounds good.
Yeah, when I call in, say the Sexy Blackshirt.
I don't think I will. Good try though.
All right,
Terrell. I'm taking Rico's spot tomorrow. It's gonna be me and you, and Vershawn.
Yep, I'm headed to Omaha.
All right, that's good. Somebody said, "Great show, fellas. The Farley and Rico show needs to be a thing."
What did I just say, Farley?
Nick's gonna be here tomorrow.
Okay, thank you. I wanted to make sure
Nick's gonna be in the house with us tomorrow.
I wanted to make sure I felt heard.
Back next week. I don't know if he's gonna do the shows because he gets back Wednesday.
Yeah, I won't be here anyway.
But we'll see.
Oh, where are you at?
Huh?
Where are you at?
Indy.
No, oh, that's right. With Big Ten Media Days, Wednesday and Thursday.
Yes.
Nice.
He's got a suit and everything.
Oh, shout out to Gary Michaels.
Yeah.
Gary Michaels Clothiers.
All right, take us out, Blackshirt.
All right, y'all. Have a great day at the Ticket 93.7 on the Blackshirt. And I got
Rico.
And I'm with
Nick.
And we'll see y'all tomorrow.
If you're an electrician, we've got a career for you. It's a career with employer-paid healthcare and time. Join the IBEW Local 265 family. Work for one of our NECA contractors. Come to our job fair on August the 3rd from 4 to 8 p.m. at the Holiday Inn, 2500 Tamarind Ridge Road in Southwest Lincoln. For more information, call Mike Murray at 402-875-1034. That's 402-875-1034.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and Koppel's big summer sales event is kicking off into high gear with lots of fantastic offers still going on. We've got 0.9% interest rates and trade-in bonuses on select new models. I know it all sounds too good to be true, but yes, 0.9% interest rates right now at Koppel. Also ramping up our back-to-school vehicles, and our pre-owned inventory is filling fast. We've got great new pre-owned and GM-certified units ready to roll, so stop on by the dealership or online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. All deals with approved credit.
Hey guys, Jake Sorensen here from Early Break. The garage door at our house has been needing replacement for a couple years, and a few months ago, we finally did something about it. Steve's Garage Doors and Services was great through the whole process in providing options and also going to the next level to get a door that was approved by our HOA. And best of all, the removal of the old door and installation of the new door was done smoothly with no issues. Call Steve's Garage Doors and Services today at 402-480-9462.
Too many people believe that chronic pain, allergies, or illness are permanent and something you're stuck with. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness has been proving that narrative wrong for 29 years and changing lives for the better in the process. Their team is trained in the newest, most advanced pain-relieving techniques and ways to deal with toxins, allergies, pollution, and emotion that make you ill. Call today for a free consultation at 531-254-5695 or go to novotnynutritionandwellness.com. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness, located at 7th and Superior.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back.
Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SauterHeyman.com.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals through the Lord's and Jim It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7. That's it.
And fly. To earn the prestigious Honda